If you're conscious of your screen time or your mental health, then I'm sure that this is not the first video on digital minimalism that you have watched. To be honest, personally, I have myself struggled with excessive usage of devices to an extent that it had become an addiction. So in this video, I will walk you through the concept of digital minimalism and how you can apply it to your own life. Also, we want it to be a long-term goal, so I will not ask you to abandon your laptops, your phones, your iPads completely. So let's begin. So what is digital minimalism? Even if the term itself is kind of self-explanatory, Cal Newport in the book says that digital minimalism is a philosophy that helps you question what digital communication tools add the most value to your life. It is motivated by the belief that intentionally and aggressively clearing away low-value digital noise and optimizing your use of the tools that really matter can significantly improve your life. I have always struggled with either overindulging on my phone and devices or shutting off completely. But in Cal Newport's book, Digital Minimalism, he talks about the balance in between. So I guess there can be a balance where I'm not draining myself watching the screen all the time, but also I'm not missing out on important events on social media. So what exactly is digital minimalism? First of all, the most important thing to do is to answer your why. Why is digital minimalism important for you? On a personal level, why is it that you want to pursue digital minimalism? Is it because it's affecting your mental health? Is it because your usage of or excessive usage of your devices and technology making you spend more time in the virtual world rather than the real world? Or is it because you can actually use the time you're spending on your phone, on social media, to instead to learn something, to do something new? So first of all, try to answer your own why. Why do you think you want to pursue digital minimalism? Secondly, you need to know what your priorities are. Do you think a comment and a like on your friend's photo equates to a meal with her or a phone call with her? Or does your job require you to use social media and your phone? Because even if it does, I don't think you have to give the devices and technology the power to ruin your life. So now that you know your whys and your priorities, let's get into digital minimalism, how you can actually implement it in your life. So the first step that I would suggest is to track your screen time, to see where you're spending most of your time, in which apps. So personally, I use an app called Stay Free. It lets me know where I'm using, which app I'm using the most and for how long, the duration. So I think first you should track your screen time, and there are plenty of apps that you can use these days. So I would just like to tell you that, do you think that spending 3 hours on Instagram or 4 hours on YouTube watching funny cat videos worth the time? So the next step is to delete all the apps from your phone, only keeping the essential ones. Personally, I have only WhatsApp and an app for meditation called Headspace on my phone, and of course I have Stay Free. Apart from that, I do have YouTube, but I try not to indulge much of my time on YouTube, and that's because if you have deleted your apps, although it sounds very easy, but I'm sure it's not very easy. It takes some time to get used to. So deleting your apps lets you not access them directly, so you don't have direct access to your apps, so maybe that will reduce your screen time. So the next step is to have physical distance time from your devices. So when you are working or with your family or with your friends, I would suggest that you keep your phone aside, because what's the point of talking to your friends or family if you are on your phone constantly? If you are worried about who is messaging, if you are worried about notifications. And even when you are working, try to keep your phone aside, to keep it either in a different room or in a drawer, locked somewhere. Give it to your friend, your spouse, your family member, so that they can keep the phone when you are working. So have some time away from your phone. If you want to listen to music while working, that's okay. Either turn off your notifications or put your phone on airplane mode. That helps too. Try to keep away from your phone, especially before going to bed. I still struggle with this a lot, and sometimes I do end up taking my phone to my bed, but the times that I don't, when I keep it on the table far away from my bed, then the next morning usually I am more relaxed and rested, because the time before we are asleep, we need to concentrate, we need to focus, of course, on sleep. And the screen, the blue rays from the screen actually affects our sleep. So that's why it's better if you keep your phone away from you, especially at night. Let me know in the comment section below, why do you think gadgets are so important in our lives? Do you think digital minimalism can be a path for you for better mental health and mental clarity? So my final tip would be to substitute your screen time with something equally stimulating. So for example, if you are learning something new, not something that you already know and you have already done 100 times, but if you are learning something new and practicing it, that will take a lot of focus, that will actually require a lot of concentration from you, and that might help you to cut away from your addiction of your phones or your devices. So try something, don't take something which is very easy, because your brain won't actually be challenged then. But also don't take something very challenging, because if it's very hard for you, then your brain will automatically give up very soon. So try something to do something where you are learning something new. Either you are cooking, either you are learning to code, you are learning a new language. Do something which can actually bring meaning to you, which can actually help you to grow, rather than you spending your time on your phone. To be honest, in this video I could not cover every of Cal Newport's topics and discussions and theories. If you want to check his book out, I'll leave a link in the description box below. That's it for this week. Hope to see you next week.